Ariel Helwani post-fight at UFC 153 alongside UFC President Dana White. And Dana, a lot of people can go online right now, watch the press conference, the scrum. So I won't ask you anything that has been asked of you already, but there are a lot of other things going on in the MMA world right now that I want to get your take on. First off, I know you touched on it briefly, so I'm kind of lying, but the Eddie Alvarez situation, is that something that interests you because you like Eddie Alvarez? I saw the tweet last night, or because you want to stick it to the guys in Bellator?
No, I like Eddie, and obviously many people believe he's one of the best in the world. And there's this, obviously what I said the other day. I've never had a beef with Bellator. This guy does his own thing. He doesn't talk smack about anybody. If you look throughout history, the only guys that I've ever had it out for or whatever are guys that have gone out and said stupid things, said bad things about the UFC that weren't true. This guy's never done any of that. The guy out there doing his own thing, good for him. And then as far as Spike goes, I have a great relationship with the guy. I had a great relationship with the guys at Spike. Let me rephrase that. And I have no ill will toward them either. I called it out today on Twitter or somewhere else, but their PR guy wanted to act like a punk and play these little games. I can play those games too, and I stand by my words. Everything I said about the network is true, absolutely 100% true. And I put it out there to the media. I offered $2,000 cash right there if they could give me one hit that the network's ever had. They sound like they created MMA. We were a time buy. I mean, all that stuff's true. It doesn't mean that I don't like Kevin Kay. Doesn't mean that I don't respect Kevin Kay, who is the president of the network, and that he and I didn't have a fantastic relationship when I was there, because we did. But now we're in this position, and I said some things. I don't hate anybody over there, and I don't hate that organization.
So Eddie Alvarez, what do you do next with him?
Well, you find out where he is on his contract. I'm sure his managers know what's going on, and when it's time, they'll call us, and we'll sit down and we'll talk.
Last week, obviously, the big news of the week was Jeremy Stephens. Some pretty gruesome details have come out about why he was wanted, right? Do you regret being so, confident in saying, that they were out to get him, Iowa, and things like that? Have you heard about these things, and have you changed your opinion on the situation?
I will never regret going out and trying to, take care of one of my guys. The reality is, last week when I got back into Las Vegas, we got a real good lawyer in Las Vegas to help us try to get him bailed out. Get him bailed out. Obviously, he's going to face his charges, and he's going to, however this thing plays out, whoever's, right and wrong in this whole situation, it's all going to be worked out in court. When we tried to get this kid bailed out, the guy called us back. He's like, oh, no problem. I'll get this. Yeah, we'll figure this thing out. We'll call guys in Iowa and this and that. And he calls me back and goes, who'd this guy hit, the governor? Never seen anything like this. I mean, this guy's one of the biggest criminal defense lawyers in the country, and he's never seen anything like this. So, Jeremy's got a battle ahead of himself, and no, I don't ever regret going out, and I don't know where he stands in this thing. It'll all play out in court. Even if I bailed him out that day, and he got out on bail, he would still face the charges in Iowa. It's not like we were going down there to pay some fee, and he was just going to walk away scot-free forever. It's ridiculous.
So many questions right now about Strikeforce, and I know you say you don't want to talk about it, but no one else is talking about it. So where do we get the answers?
It's not my place to talk about it. Call Showtime.
They don't want to talk about it.
Well, if they're not talking about it, I'm not talking about it.
What about the fighters that are under contract to you who now can't fight till January because they say they're not televising? What do they do?
Right, that's a good question, right? It's just, one thing is a fact. No fighter that has ever fought here has ever gotten screwed. Has ever been hurt, but it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing. It's not my place to talk about it.
Curious.
I'm not involved in that bullshit.
There were rumors that Strikeforce may cease to exist. Is that possible?
Rumors all start somewhere. I didn't start that fucking rumor. Did you hear that from me?
No, but that's why I'm trying to get your response.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't start that rumor.
As far as Zuffa is concerned, who would be the one to ask these questions to?
Lorenzo?
Okay.
Call Lorenzo.
Give
him a buzz.
Sure. Yesterday, John Jones said that he's now considering fighting Chael. Has he told you this?
That John Jones said he's considering fighting Chael? Yeah, no, he didn't tell me that, but good.
Is there a chance Chael doesn't fight Forrest and fights him instead next?
I mean, anything's possible, but, right now Chael's fighting Forrest.
Okay. And you mentioned about your ear surgery. Is that 100% that you're doing this? And what are the chances that you do have to go through some sort of recovery and will be out of action for a while?
I won't. I won't. That's what I'm told. This is a different procedure they're going to try, where they go in and they cut the back of my ear open and they go in through there and they insert a tube, and it's supposed to give me a 70% chance of not having an attack. I'll take 70 over 50, man. This trip was fantastic for me. England and Toronto were horrible. And I'm excited. That's why I'm in such a good mood. I'm really excited to get this thing done and get my life back. And you realize if they go in and cut the nerve, which is the most horrible surgery you could do, it's only 95% chance that you don't get it. And you start cutting nerves, you'd think you'd have a 100% chance, but it's not. This thing is a motherfucker.
I wish you the best of luck with that. Final question. You kind of dropped a subtle bomb here, and I don't think anyone really picked up on it. Did you say that Alistair Overeem is going to fight the winner of JDS versus Kane? He doesn't have to fight anyone else upon his return?
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. We'll see how this thing plays out and what happens. Again, that nothing is done, nothing is etched in stone, but yeah, that's what I'd like to see happen.
All right. Thank you so much for the time, Dana, and good luck with the When's that happening?
Within the next 2 weeks.
All right. Good luck with that.
Thank you.